Hey y'all. I am so excited to be able to address you all again. I know we're a couple of months into the new year, which is crazy to say in 2026, but I'm happy, I'm grateful, um, and just honored to be here, to still be alive, to be well. My hope and my prayer is that all of you are well. I hope that the new year is treating you well. And if it is not, I hope that you are treating you well. And so today I was thinking that, especially given the month that we're in, I know for some people, this month signifies a lot of the theme of love. Um, and especially with it being Black History Month, I know that this can be a very reflective time for those of us who are or consider themselves identify as being a Black person, a person of color, um, and or African American. Um, it can be a reflective time, yet also sometimes a little bit of a triggering time. For some of us. And so I thought that in the spirit of that, it might be beneficial to talk a little bit about self love, particularly as me being and as a lot of us being Black women. That can be a tough topic, if you will, because sometimes the feedback that we get from society, from um, just the world in general, and the climate we're in, particularly, we are not necessarily always feeling the love from outside of us, from outside of our being. And I know personally, I've experienced challenges throughout my years of living where I myself struggled with self love. And so I want to, for one, validate that for any of you who may have felt or are feeling that same challenge of loving you, loving all of you. Um, Specifically, I thought it might be beneficial to talk about how self love is not just about loving and knowing the good parts of you, right? We can know our strengths, we can be confident in what we do well, but that does not mean necessarily that we know our worth and love all of ourselves. Loving yourself means loving the good, the not so good, and some might say ugly parts of you. And for some of us, it's easy to love the good parts. It's easy to love the things that we do well, the areas we shine in our personalities and in who we are. Um, Even for some of us, feeling pride, being proud of being Black, you know, being a Black woman. I know I, for one, especially in my current phase of life, I love being a Black woman. I feel proud of being a Black woman. But it took me a while to get to the place that I am in my life in regards to self love, fully accepting all of who I am, knowing all of who I am, because that's step one, right? Knowing who you are. We have to know who we are in order to love who we are, right? If we don't know ourselves, how can we truly love ourselves, right? So start there. Take time out to reflect on what makes you you. Yes, we definitely have similarities with other people, such as being Black, being a Black woman, right? And the list may go on. But there are just some unique things about being able to love you for who you are. You are not just a Black person. You are not just a Black woman. You are not just a therapist, a mother, a wife, etc. I'm listing things, for myself, but hopefully you all are getting the picture, right? It takes all of the qualities that you have, all of, maybe even the roles and things that you do well and your strengths and things and even the lesser strengths, all of that is what makes you who you are. And so I want you to ask yourself, do you love all of that? Do you love all of you? And if not, if that's something that you're struggling with, I want to encourage and challenge you to list the things that you know that you do well. List the things that you absolutely 100% love about yourself. And take some time looking at those other aspects of you that maybe you feel a little bit of overwhelm about. Maybe those other qualities that is taking you a little bit more time to fully accept and love about yourself. And ask yourself, what's preventing you from loving those parts of you as well? One of the things that I have learned personally, and I think sharing this may be helpful to any of you who might be struggling, is I had to get to a place of, number one, looking at those things, right? Looking at those things that maybe I feel even a little bit of shame about, in my personality or in an experience that I've had, and things like that. I had to look at it first, right? I had to be able to take time to say, this was an experience. This was, a part of who I was, but it's not all of who I am, right? Maybe it's a little personality trait that I have that I realized maybe someone like brought it to my attention and I'm like, oh, me? No, well, no way, right? But maybe it was. Maybe it is a personality trait that I have. And if it's something that I don't, I want to change, then, even being able to recognize that that's something that I can work on, right? But I don't have to totally reject myself, who I am, or withhold love from myself because that's something that may be a part of what makes me or my personality. And then there's even some things that maybe doesn't rub everyone else the right way about me, but I can still love it. I can still accept it and say, actually, I think this is a pretty dope part of me, right? Because I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay too, right? So there's a lot to contribute to, this topic of self-love, but I think my message that I really, really want to put out there is that self-love is needed to get to a place of peace, joy, and love, being able to experience satisfaction, from day to day. It allows for us to be healthier in our relationships, be it, romantic, family, friends, or otherwise, right? In order to have those authentic, genuine relationships with others, in order to get the love that we seek to get from others, we have to get to a place of self-love. And so, once again, as a reminder, in order to get there, we first have to acknowledge, notice, pay attention, reflect on what makes me me. What makes me me? All of it. All of it. What makes me me, right? Start that list. And then take time out to reflect on what's the parts of me that I shine in, I do well at. It's great. I feel proud of it. And then what's those areas that maybe I feel a little bit of shame about? Maybe I it's not necessarily the part of me that I want to shine with everyone. Maybe I feel a little bit of embarrassment about it. And ask yourself, what is preventing you? What's a barrier for you to love that part of you as well, right? If it's that it's a part of you that you no longer want to be a part of you, and it's something that can be changed or worked on, if you will, improved, then maybe it's taking time to, work through that, whether that be through a therapist, or someone else in your life who can just kind of help you and support you through that process, right? But again, the biggest emphasis right now is, how can I get to a place of loving all the parts that makes me who I am? And I'm here to tell you, if no one else has told you, you are amazing. You 100% are amazing and worthy of love. Worthy of love. right? But what I know personally and professionally is it's nothing like that love that comes from within and that shines out. It's nothing like that. That's when we can come to a place of healing in a healthy way and show up in the best way that we can from moment to moment with others, right? Constantly showing ourselves love no matter what. Even on our worst days, being able to tell ourselves, like, I love you. Even with the challenges, I love you. Even though you're struggling today, I love you. Even though your hair may not be perfect, I love you. Even if I might be a little bit overweight right now, I love you. Even if I am moody today, I love you, right? Humanize it. Love you. Be well. Till next time.